support, and share. And get guided with Guide Us TV. Guide Us TV. And we're coming to you almost live from our studios right here in Southern California. MashaAllah. And today we have our special guest with us. And here he is right now. Here is, okay. Ha ha. Guest one. It says guest one. Anyway, I apologize, guys. He is real dark right now, but he's in the dark, but he's coming out of the dark. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We can see you, and that's good enough. So it's very shady. You're a shady character. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, guys, I wanted to tell you about something, and I have it right now here in my office. So I'm going to put it in front of me, and let's see if I can do that. Yeah. Here it is. Whoa, no.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, I'm using the wrong camera. Okay. All right. That is a good idea. I'll switch cameras. And okay. So, guys, we have Guide Us TV on a free app. It is absolutely free. There's no catches, no follow-up on anything that you're doing there, but it's just totally free. And it's free, no ads, no spam, no wasted space on your phone. It's simple, very, very simple. You don't even have to download it. Just go to guideus.app, and that's it. You watch it on guideus.app. It's so free. And this is the way Islam came originally. It was free. And it was from the creator and the sustainer of the entire universe. And if you would like to do it, check it out right now. Maybe you're watching this on your TV, and maybe you're watching this on the Roku box or the satellite or whatever. But now is your chance to take it with you. Take Guide Us TV everywhere you go. Just plug in guideus.tv. You don't even have to plug it in. That was my mistake saying that. You just open up a browser on your phone and guideus.app. That's it. It is FREE free. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So anyway, we have Habib with us, and we're going to get him a chance to tell us why he's in the dark.
I think partially it's the camera, and it could be partially the setup and I should have did something with the brightness for Zoom. I think in the settings that's
yeah, we can't hear you very good either. You have to speak up, because I think you changed cameras, and the camera.
Okay. So I wonder if this is any better.
Talk to me.
Talk to you. So I wonder if this is any better.
Maybe this is. It's still dark, but anyway, maybe we can hear you better.
I'll fix it at break time, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So, what is going on there in Canada where you live?
What is going on? Well, the weather is still getting chilly. It was 50 some degrees today.
Hmm.
For you, that would be on the chilly side,
That
I
would
think.
be half of what we had. We had almost 100 here. MashaAllah.
So is that a dry heat or is there a lot of moisture?
I didn't hear what you said. Hold that microphone up.
Okay, so is there a lot of humidity with that heat or is it dry?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Well, I was out there working in it for a couple hours, and that was my mistake. I almost passed out. It was so hot. But I was working there too. I was trying to trim back up the palm trees and alhamdulillah gophers. I got a problem with gophers. Do you have problems with the gophers up there in Canada?
Well, in this part of Canada, not so much gophers, but there's every once in a while we see deer. And it's
Deer?
not just one deer. There's like a family near where I live, and other places you can see like several deer
Yeah,
just
but the
walking
deer,
across the road.
yeah, okay. But the deer don't burrow holes in the ground that you can step in and break your leg.
No, no.
So this is the problem that we have with the gophers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I have some serious things that I want to share with everybody. One of the things that I want like to tell you about is in doing dawah. Sometimes you encounter people that argue with you, and they just argue everything you bring up. They all want to argue. So I came up with something, and I say wasted time. What is wasted time? The worst waste of time is arguing with fools, fanatics. They don't care about truth or even reality. In Arabic, it's called the haq. Haq. Reality, haq. Or truth, absolute truth, haq. They only want victory for their beliefs or their illusions, yeah, their fantasies and theories. Some are blinded by their egos, and in Arabic that's nafs. Nafs. The ego is big time nafs. Others by resentment, prejudice, and hatred, hating other people just because of the color they are, from where they are, from where they're from, and what the religion they have, and so on. And it is not proper to hate anybody. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was our guide, and we follow him. And he did not have hatred for anybody. Even the person that killed his uncle right in front of his eyes, and his beloved uncle had accepted Islam, and this person from Africa threw a spear and hit him right in the stomach and impaled him to the ground. He couldn't even do anything. And he died that way. But later, that person became a Muslim. And guess what? The Prophet ﷺ forgave him for everything. And he said, just be on the other side of the street when I pass by, because I'm still, he's telling you that he has a personal feeling for his uncle, but there's no problem of that person being in Islam. Yeah, that is an amazing thing. Not hatred. The only hatred we should have is hating the devil himself. The devil rejoices when he hears anybody arguing. He knows they are really, really wrong. And he loves it. No matter how much proof and evidence we give to these people, they will not believe. They will not believe. And Allah says this in the Quran, whether we warn them or warn them not, la yu'minun. La yu'minun. They will not believe. So, yeah, don't waste your time with people. Don't waste your efforts with these guys, and just chill out. What do you think about that, Wood? MashaAllah. I asked you a question. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Yeah.
What do I think about that? I find, considering my age, when you look at people during the 60s, you see less of that. And then as time gets closer to the age, the time that we're in, it almost seems that there's more people just want to argue for argue's sake.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't make any sense to me to argue like this.
Yes, absolutely. Also, there's another thing. If you're talking to somebody who doesn't understand what you're saying, maybe they speak the same language, but they're just befuddled because they don't understand anything that day. Maybe you came to them on the wrong day, and they go, maybe, and we all have those moments, However, if that's the case, don't continue what you're doing. Just smile and say, have a nice day, or have a nice conversation with them, and just talk about the grass is green, or something like that. The sunshine is nice, or be simple with them, because we all have our days, and don't expect that they're gonna reply to your particular avenue that you want to follow up with. So I think that that's really important. And what do you think about that?
Well, keep in mind, I speak with a lot of people, even in this building. I think there's over 177 apartments here. And when you're looking at that, the amount of people that, was around and speaking with, and still, talking with people in town, and sometimes they want to talk about certain things. And for me, it's a lot easier just to allow them to be them. So allow them to speak, and then when it comes time that I can ask them a question about something, and then I just ask them. I know in the past, with some of my friends, when I first converted to Islam, it's like, oh, guess what I learned about Islam today? And they say, oh, what? And then I would tell them what I've learned. And oh, I didn't know this. And a lot of people, they were interested, but I knew who to tell about this and who not to, because some of them would just start an argument, and it wasn't worth the effort.
Yeah, I think that this is very important to time it right. So not everybody is ready at the same time. However, something that they're talking about and insist that in your mind that that person is listening to you and will pay attention. Because if they don't pay attention, then whatever you're saying is lost on them. So get their attention first. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, that's one of the ways to do it. You say, can I ask you a question? All right. Yeah. And that's a good way to do it. Because most of the people would like to take over the conversation. Most of the people. And if they don't desire to take over the conversation, then they'll at least answer a question. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. What do you think about, now, what do you think about life? Or what is the purpose of life in your estimation? Why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? And let them speak. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he let people speak until they got done, and he didn't interrupt them. Yeah, amazing. This is really an amazing thing, because most of the people, if they know something, especially scholars of Islam and scholars of anything, if you jump onto their topic, they want to show off and say, hey, I know all about this and I'm going to tell you. And no, he did not do that. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was very patient with the people, and he took his time, and he would listen to what they said, and then he would come back after they got done. You don't say, are you through yet? Don't say that. But if you know that they are through talking, then you can say, well, maybe you can say this. Maybe it's like something from Islam. Yeah? For instance, if you're in an elevator and you want to tell somebody about Islam, now keep in mind an elevator can open its doors anytime and the person can walk out, and then you just lost them. You lost your audience. Now, maybe he's talking all the way from the 15th floor to the bottom floor, okay? And blah, 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 blah. And the door is opening, and you can say, can I ask you a question? And he says, huh? And he turns around, he's walking out the door. Is there really a God? Huh? And then the door shuts. Now, do you think that you have achieved anything? Yes, because you set his mind thinking, is there really a God? It's a question. It's a question, not a statement, but the statement has God in it. It's a question, but there is a statement in it because you're saying, is there a God? You're not saying, is there no God? You're saying, is there a God? And you're planting that in their mind. What do you think about that?
When you look at this type of thing, and
Can you hold that
asking,
microphone up a little bit?
yeah, I'll try this. Um, when you're looking at, asking this type of question, it's something that's probably they've been thinking about anyway, and they're trying to figure out, why is this person asking me this? Maybe God sent them to me to talk to me. So you never know what they're thinking, but it starts their process of thinking about, well, is there a God? And why am I here? And what does God want to do in my life?
Yes, I agree with that. However, if the elevator continues and he said, I don't know, that's one of the answers. But he might say, there is no God. All right? But he answered you. What do you do now?
There's a follow-up question that you can ask them.
Okay, tell me what it is. A simple question. You keep in mind you're in an elevator and you're going to lose him right away. So what can you say? 2 words, only 2 words, and you have planted in his mind another thing. What do you think?
2 words.
Prove it.
That would be it.
Or you can say 4 words if you think you're going to be in the elevator for a few minutes. Then you just say, can you prove it? Can you prove it? Because their position is, most of the people that say there's no God, they think that we have to prove there is a God. However, the evidence is all around us, everywhere. This is why most of the people throughout history believed in some kind of a God. It wasn't only until the last 40, 50 years that people started saying, oh, maybe there's not a God. Most of the people thought that the gods were gods plural, and you had a god for this, a god for that, a god for this, or so and so. And they prayed to those gods kind of like a lucky charm. And this was the problem. So the evidence is all around us. There is something that we can point to and say, where did that come from? Where did this come from? Where did it? And then again, if they walk out of the elevator, they're thinking, where did it come from? How can I prove it to the next guy? Anyway, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, you were saying lucky charms, and I was thinking a jingle. But anyway,
MashaAllah.
but see, what's really interesting too, when you look at that time period, right? These gods that people believed in, they're now on the big screen. So now people don't believe in any gods. Oh, that's just fiction.
Yeah. Well, that is true, and they are fiction. So we can agree with them on that. However, there is a God, but he's a real God. He is not walking on the earth. He's not a deer. He's not an elephant. He's not a tiger, not a lion, not an alligator, not a human being. God is the one who created everything in the beginning. We have a beginning, and this is where we differentiate ourselves from God. God has no beginning. He is God without beginning or end. So this is the important part of it. He created everything. So this is evident. The evidence is right in front of us. The mountains, the trees, the stars, the sun, the moon. Where did it all come from? And if they say it was by accident, you can say, can you prove that? Oh, evolution, evolution. Okay. We have in Islam evolution. Did you know that?
Yep. I didn't know that. See, but not a lot of people do. And that's why you continue on with the conversation. And
yes, the evidence is very clear. One of Allah's names is somebody's in Jacksonville, Florida calling us. Let's see. Salaam alaikum. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. If you remember, this is Shahzad, the website guy. You remember, we had a conversation about just 2 days back on, maybe on Tuesday, we had a conversation about the website design and development.
Yeah, did you know, wait a minute, did you know we are on TV right now, a live program that we're doing? You called me in?
One?
Huh?
Oh, no, I literally, I don't have, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. Would you like to call me back when we're not on live TV, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
And which TV? Like, can I see that online?
Yeah, you can see it. We introduced a new app today, and let's see if I can bring it up, and I can tell everybody about it. There is a new app. It's called GuideUs.app, and you can use it on your phone. GuideUs.app. And just use that on your phone, and it doesn't take up any space, and it doesn't load your phone up with junk, and nobody is following you. So yeah, that's the best thing. GuideUs.app, A-P-P, and it is free. There's no follow-up. We're not going to ask anybody to donate or anything like that. But if you would like to donate, you can always go to dawahpartners.com. dawahpartners.com.
Right. I got it.
All right. So we'll see you in the funny papers.
Yeah, right. I'm on that website, guideus.app, and I can see your picture also. I believe this is you, right? Like a God-made religion, which...
I'm waving at you right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to see that,
Yeah, but there's a delay of about 1 minute. You're in India, right?
Right, I'm in India, and it's my time around 7 o'clock morning.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah. I
Mashallah.
work at night, I work at night, the time is around, it's very ahead, it's already 30th of August and 7 o'clock morning AM. and you are in 29th of August, and maybe it's around like you are in Pacific time, right?
Yeah, we are, and the time that we have right here is 6:31. Oh, I got to do a promo right now. Okay, so we got a promo to do, and we'll do it right now. Guide Us TV, watched by many, loved by all. New Muslims, young Muslims, born Muslims, non-Muslims, all enjoy it. Guide Us TV, never ads, always free. Let's keep it free, no ads. Support and share, and get guided with Guide Us TV. Guide Us TV, watched by many, loved by all. New Muslims, young Muslims, born Muslims, non-Muslims, all enjoy it. Guide Us TV, never ads, always free. Let's keep it free, no ads. Support and share, and get guided with Guide Us TV. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yusuf Estes with really good news. But first, many people are hearing things about Islam, but they are not getting the right message. So the best time to get the right message out is right now. And we have the best way to do exactly that with Allah's support and your help. We've got our projects, our websites, satellite TV channels, and now we can reach every home on the planet, inshallah. Let's make that difference together and be my Dawah partner. Go to dawahpartner.com. I'll be waiting. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Yusuf Estes with really...
Yeah.
Remember, guys, we can access Guide Us TV anytime, anywhere, any place on our phone. GuideUs.app. GuideUs.app. And it's a free app. There's no ads, no spam, no wasted space on your phone. You just dial it in, GuideUs.app, and you got it right there on your phone anytime you need it. And it works real good with the iPhones. Yeah! One of the big problems that we have is with the iPhone, and alhamdulillah, we managed to get rid of that problem. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now, I have a guest, so let's bring him out again, and I think he has a better setup right now. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Oh, the other thing about Guide Us TV is that they have really good children programming. So the thing is, when you give your cell phone to your kids, make sure it's during this time so the children can watch the programming for them, and they will really enjoy the shows that's on there.
MashaAllah, that's a good idea. This is a very good idea, and I support that idea. Talking to your children and having them watch our channel. 24 hours a day, we're there for you. We are there for you. And it's a family show. No smoking, no drugs, no alcohol, no showing, even for that it's a bad thing. We don't go into that. We don't talk about the things that we don't want in our home. So, yeah, that's a real good idea.
So we can say it's a family-friendly channel.
Yeah, that's a good idea. MashaAllah. Family friendly. That's a good idea.
I was in the kitchen. Did you take a break?
Yeah.
Break time. Okay.
Yeah, we took a break. So my boss is asking me, did we take a break? And yeah, she was in the kitchen. My big boss. Yeah.
No, I knew who you meant when you said boss.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah ta'ala. Anyway, so yeah, we all have a boss. But
Yes.
the big boss, really big boss, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because He created everything and He allows us to do whatever we think about, Well, no, He doesn't even allow that. But He does allow us to choose what we want to believe. And that is the big thing. Choosing what you believe. You can ask if somebody really believes in God, why do things happen? Bad things happen to good people. Have you ever heard about that?
Yes, I've heard about that. And a lot of times people don't have an answer for it. But when you look at people having free choice and what they do with those free choices, that causes a lot of the problems that good people get hurt. This is part of it, because Allah allows us to make choices in life, and sometimes our choices that we do harms other people.
That's very true. Actually, there is a beautiful hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam talking about why do bad things happen to good people. And he explained it in a way that everybody can understand. He said, and I'm translating it all to the English language, so bear with me. On the day of judgment, two people are going to come. Two people. One had everything he wanted in his life. Everything. He wanted wealth. He wanted fame. He wanted glory. He wanted all of these things, and he got it. Even when he was going to die, he wanted a feast set up before him, and he enjoyed that feast. And then he died. Then another person who never had anything in his life the way he wanted it, the way he really wanted it, but it never worked out. He, as a child, as a young adult, as an adult, as a grandparent, and everything didn't work out. Okay? Then he died. And he only wanted a sip of water, but he didn't even get that. Okay. Now, the Prophet ﷺ, many people know the hadith from this part. But if you don't say the setup, you don't realize how much there is an explanation why bad things happen to good people and why good things happen to bad people. Huh? Now, keep in mind, we have evidence of this right now going on. And people are being slaughtered, murdered, killed, and maimed, and turned into garbage with a drop of a bomb. Boo! What is going on? What is going on? And if you know this hadith, you can see what is really happening. Because then the Prophet ﷺ said, the one who had everything in this life is pushed into the hellfire like you put a pin in something and pull it out. Just a quick second. Push it in, pull it out. And then the person was asked, in your entire life, did you ever see anything good? And keep in mind, he had a life full of goodness. And he said, no, I never saw anything good. Huh. And then the person that was had all the difficulties in life, he is pushed into the Jannah. He's pushed into the Jannah like you put a pin in something and pull it out. And then he is asked, if you, in your entire life, did you ever see anything bad? He said, no. In my whole life, I never saw anything bad. Now, the explanation comes. The Prophet ﷺ, keep in mind, this is a hadith of the Prophet. He said what translates in English as the one who had everything in this life was a really bad person. Oh. And the one that had the difficulties in this life was a really good person. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The one that had everything was so evil, so bad, but nobody is perfectly evil, so he did some good things. He did good things, but he didn't have anything good in his heart. So Allah gave him his rewards in this life so he could put him in safely, put him into the hellfire. Yeah, because this guy was really evil. However, the person that had the difficulties in this life was a really good person, but he was not perfectly good. He did mistakes. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed him to encounter some difficulties in this life so he could reward him. And he doesn't even have to go through any kind of payback on the Day of Judgment. So he could go right straight into the paradise. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think?
When you look at this, and I mean, this is something that comes from the prophet, that it was taught to him. And when you look at the importance of what's being said and understanding, it was, for some reason, I was reminded of a conversation I had with my mother. And I asked her the question, did any good thing happen in your life? And she thought about this for a little bit, and she goes, no. And you would think, after living the amount of time that she did, and she had 13 children, and
whoa, 13 children?
13 children. I'm the youngest of 13. There was like 12 before me.
Whoa,
Oh.
you're the baby.
Yeah, I'm the baby. It's like no matter how old I get, I'm still going to be the baby. So, but the thing is, when you're looking at that, you begin to wonder. But I think just because the things that was going on in her life, she didn't see the good things.
She was having difficulties
Oh, yes.
with the kids or other things?
No, well, I was an adult at the time, so there was no like small children, well, grandchildren and some great grandchildren, but there was no kids per se that were she was taking care of. At that time, my sister was taking care of my mother.
Oh, okay. Is your mother still living?
No, she would be 112 if she'd be living.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, keep in
112?
mind, she was 44 when she had me. 44, 45 years old.
That's that's the age of my mother when she had her last one, 45.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But it goes to show when people are going through things that they don't always see, the good that's around them, right? And to me, just the fact that I wake up in the morning, that is a blessing from Allah.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. By the way, we're talking about other things, but we're supposed to be talking about how the children can get guided by Guidus TV and make a video and upload it to win a contest. What do you think about that?
This is what I've been doing today too. I've been talking with some brothers about how can I get the brothers in town or in the province to actually talk about and talk to their kids about reciting on TV to join the contest so they can upload this wonderful video of them reciting the Quran. And inshallah, I hope that they do it. So the question is, do we have any new videos?
Let's work on the videos tonight and we'll show them tomorrow. How about that idea?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, we promise that we will work tonight, inshallah, all night if it takes it, to come up with some new videos. Do they have to be about the kids reciting?
I think so, because that's the contest.
Oh, Now, that's a challenge for me because I can work on videos and make a lot of videos. But, hey, you know what? How about a video using one of our websites, or maybe 3 of our websites, to use the Quran and learn how to recite on TV?
Yes, because isn't there one that's called, which one is it? Recite Quran?
Yep, recite Quran, and that's, that you mentioned it, and I'm working on it. So this is a website you can use all by yourself if somebody shows you how to use it, and you can learn the basics of reciting the Quran. The basics of reciting the Quran. Yeah. How about that?
Yes, and one good thing about that site, it does break it down for you, and it will say each word individually so you can hear the pronunciation of the word. And that in itself is very helpful.
Yes, sir. That is a great thing. And we do have another website, Recite Recite Quran, but we also have another website called Allah's Quran, and that one has a lot of stuff on it, a lot of things, including how to get a free Quran. Ha ha! And you can do that right now. freequran.com. We used to have ways, we still have it, a free Quran, but you can now use free Quran. We had to pay money for it, a lot of money, but anyway, so we have freequran.com, and it fall into the hands of somebody that was not a Muslim, so we couldn't even deal with them on the price anyway. So this is how we got it. And mashallah, freequran.com, free Quran, free Quran. Alhamdulillah. What do you think?
I think that this is a good thing to have, even if you don't want it for yourself, and the chances of you giving it to somebody that could be led to Islam by reading the free Quran, this would be good.
Yep, that's a very good idea. And by the way, I'm not fasting today. It's a Thursday, but I'm not fasting today. So if somebody said, "Oh, is that late at night?" No, I didn't fast today. I started fasting, but anyway, something came up, and so this is why. Mondays and Thursdays were the choice of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The last prophet fasted on Mondays and Thursdays. Optional. You can do that optionally. However, if you do it, oh, you'll find out so many things will happen, so many good things. And if you get up in the night and pray for everybody and pray for yourself and talk to God straight away, just talk to Him in your salat. By the way, do you know what the word salat means?
Connection.
Yes, sir. Connection. We connect with Allah 5 times a day. Minimum. We connect with Allah. But what do we do in the salah?
What do we do? Communicate?
Yeah. Pray. We pray in the connection. But the word salah means also connect, to communicate. You said it right. MashaAllah. We're communicating through our connection with Almighty Allah. Yeah,
but when you look at this and you look at how Christians would pray, and you look at what Muslims say when they pray, there's a big difference.
Well, the first difference starts out in the preparation that we do. We do what's called in wudu. Wudu is the purification of the self, your body. And when Musa alayhi salam, Moses, when he went to the fire that he saw in the distance, he was told by Almighty Allah, you're approaching a place that is requiring you to remove your shoes and purify yourself. And that's what he did. And he purified himself, and that's where we know that this is authentic, because it's coming from the prophet, and it's coming from the Bible, and it's coming from the Quran, telling us when we communicate with Allah, we must purify ourselves. And the washing away of the sins and everything is something that the Christians do once. They baptize themselves. But we do it at least once a day. Maybe you wake up and you can hold your wudu all day long. But if you go to the bathroom, you have to make it again. And if you have fallen asleep during the day or night, when you get up, you have to do it again. Purify yourself. Just wash your hands. Wash out your mouth. Wash your face. And then the arm to the elbow, and then the other arm to the elbow. Rub it, and this is a big thing of rubbing your hands over your body. Rubbing. Even if you don't have any water, if there's no water available, you can do this.
2 minutes.
The boss is saying we only have 2 minutes left. Anyway, so if you only have dust, get that dust and wipe your face lightly, and wipe your hands, the back of your hands, and then you can pray. Anyway, so they're telling us we only have a couple minutes. What would you like to tell everybody in this couple minutes?
Well, considering the topic, I would suggest for everybody to make the attention to perform Salah for Fajr prayer.
Fajr, what is Fajr? What is Fajr? Daybreak. Daybreak.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
So with that,
keep in mind that we're talking to a lot of people that don't know anything about the Arabic language. Fajr is daybreak. When the first little light of dawn, before the sun comes up, we can pray. Yeah. And that is so wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, let's put up a promo and say thank you.